your attention, please. It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
The heart of the coast. Tell your friends you found a real local radio station. Central Coast Radio.
Internet radio has become increasingly popular over the past few years due to the fact that the internet is now more accessible to all. But put simply, what is internet radio? How does it work? And what's the future? Let's take a look. What is internet radio? If you're here, it's probably because you've asked yourself, what is internet radio? Well, internet radio, also known as online radio or web radio, is a digital audio service delivered via the internet. The radio feed is streamed over the internet, rather than broadcast on traditional AM or FM bands. Because webcasting is not widely distributed via wireless means, it's commonly referred to as broadcasting on the internet. It can be used as a standalone device connected to the internet, or as software running on a single PC. Online radio uses streaming media to provide listeners with a continuous stream of audio that cannot be paused or replayed, similar to traditional broadcast media. In this regard, it differs from on-demand file serving. Internet radio also differs from podcasting, as podcasts are downloaded rather than streamed. Online radio services provide news, sports, chat, and music in every format available on traditional broadcast radio stations. Many online radio services are also linked to a traditional terrestrial radio stations or radio broadcasts. Although low startup and maintenance expenses have enabled significant growth of independent internet-only radio stations. Difference between digital radio and internet radio. Digital radio is not the same as internet radio. Online radio employs a data stream received over internet access via a computer, personal devices, or internet-enabled radio. Depending on your internet plan, this may incur a streaming fee. How does internet radio work? An internet connection is required to stream an internet radio station, as the name implies. Listeners can tune in from anywhere in the world, as long as they have an internet connection. Many digital stations also broadcast live online. What are the advantages of online radio? There are numerous stations to pick from. The sheer number of options offered is by far the most significant advantage of online radio. The technology that both FM and DAB use is holding them back. These broadcasts are limited to a small portion of the whole radio spectrum. This means that most localities only have roughly 30 DAB radio stations and about half as many FM radio stations. That isn't an issue with online radio, though. A more stable signal. Another significant advantage of online radio is that it is unaffected by weak radio transmissions. Some people discover that they can't receive a good DAB signal in specific rooms of their homes. This is a problem if you only get a weak signal in your bedroom, for example. Fortunately, online radio provides an alternative. As long as you have access to the internet on your chosen listening device, computer, smartphone, tablet, you won't encounter any grisly noises that you may hear on traditional radios.
Cut the clutter. You're listening to Central Coast Radio.
Finally, internet radios are more affordable than DAB/FM only radios. Online radios usually provide more than just online listening. You can set up an online radio from the comfort of your home and easily manage several stations from one interface. Furthermore, you will often find additional features such as an easily embeddable radio player, purchase links for the current music, voting options, dedicated mobile applications, etc. What is the future for internet radio? Is online radio the future of broadcasting? According to marketing and media reports, online radio stations will play a significant role in our future. They're going to revolutionize how we get information and consume entertainment. Thanks to the internet, radio is now available on all connected devices. Whether you use your favorite pair of wireless headphones for Android or your trusty smart speakers, there are many listening options to suit everyone's needs. On smartphones, smart TVs, car infotainment systems, smart speakers, and more, you can access web radio stations as well as simulcasts for traditional broadcasters. While many people today use smartphones, phones, and computers to stream digital entertainment, there is still a limit to what you can do with online radio. For example, the possibility of having to pay for data usage when using the internet on the go makes online radio less appealing.
Music from everywhere. For here, Central Coast Radio.
Radio future trends. Availability on every device. Long lost are the days when listening to radio devices was everything about electric devices that have AM/FM receivers. They are accessible nowadays on almost all devices, and the internet has made it possible. There are several true web stations and simulcasts available from the conventional broadcasters that include gaming consoles, smartphones, car, infotainment systems, smart speakers, and much more. However, there is an acute rise in listening to podcasts and internet radio through smartphones, and centralcoastradio.com is the first in Australia and is one of them. The future of in-car listening. It was in the late 90s or 2000 that DAB took over the car stereos. As compared to the FM/AM, they utilize less bandwidth. At the same time, they allow enhanced frequencies in the same spectrum as FM. The sound quality of such devices is also much better. The only drawback of using DAB was its adoption. The future is believed to be leaning towards music streaming services and internet radio. Car manufacturers also have introduced infotainment systems that are internet-enabled. Current car owners also have the option of purchasing aftermarket car stereos. In conclusion, internet radio is the future of radio, and the only hindrance faced by most of the users right now is the cost of mobile data. With mobile data costs decreasing with time, internet radio increases, its popularity offering sponsorship and advertising at below the current market price of traditional media fees. CentralCoastRadio.com offers $1 per 30-sec airplay. Contact Adrian at business@centralcoastradio.com for more information on this exclusive coverage. The cost of mobile data will not be a pain point for the users in the coming day. Listeners can now listen to their favorite music using the internet off their mobile phones.
Central Coast Radio. Jazz, blues, standards, reggae, disco, country, you name it. We play it.